Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to Wrightstown High School for tonight's Northeastern Conference battle between the visiting Freedom Irish and the host Wrightstown Tigers. Another USA Today Network Wisconsin live stream. Here, as always, is yours truly, Ricardo Arguello, hanging out with Brett Christopherson and bringing you those high-definition shots. Jim is Rosie Jim Rosendick, and we're excited to bring you the first live stream of the winter season. And hard to think of a better matchup here, Brett, between these two Northeastern Conference rivals. Both these teams have high expectations. Both of these teams are highly ranked. And we're expecting a good show from these two teams, Brett, as we've seen from the past.
Hey, it is good to be back. First of all, as always, you missed the last two football games. That was me and Rosie doing that by ourselves.
I meant basketball.
It's nice to have the stream team back in its entirety, and it's great to be back in the high school gymnasiums, right? It's a little bit toasty, a little bit warmer. So, and we do have a good matchup here tonight. Two top teams in the Northeastern, at least as tabbed by the Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook. Wrightstown and Freedom rivals, longtime rivals in the Olympian Conference, and now in the Northeastern Conference as well. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what these two teams have to offer. You know, early season basketball is probably going to be a little sloppy for a while until we really kick it to another gear after the holiday season. But, hey, I told Rosie we're going to do 55 high school basketball games this season. How about that? You up for that?
That's too many.
You know I love basketball, so it's good to be here. And got to thank the new athletic director here at Wrightstown, Craig Hayes, the brother of Wrightstown boys basketball coach Corey Hayes. And thanks to him and Matthew with the IT staff for setting us up. And we're ready to get this one going. I can't wait. And why don't you start talking about the Wrightstown Tigers?
Yeah, well, both teams actually come in with a 1-0 record. Specifically for Wrightstown, again, these notes put together by Brett Christopherson. Tigers coming up an 86-68 win over Brilliant in their non-conference season opener last Saturday. That was at Brilliant. Sam Hayes paced Wrightstown in all scores with a game-high 23 points. The junior sharpshooter connected on 4 of his 6 3-point tries. He also hit 8 of his 12 shots overall. He also added 3 rebounds and 4 assists. Tyler Cruz finished with 17 points on 8 of 17 shooting for the Tigers, while Matthew Hansen chipped in with 15 points. Andrew Lamers grabbed 7 boards for the Tigers. They rallied from a 37-32 halftime deficit. A 54-point second half. Holy mackerel. Overall, Wrightstown shot 53%, was 12 of 28 from three-point range, and Wrightstown also finished with 15 steals and limited the lines to 38% shooting overall, and 7 of 23 from long distance. Wrightstown's next game is at O'Connell Falls on Thursday. That's a Northeastern Conference matchup. Tip-off scheduled for 7 p.m. Brett, what can you tell me, or what little can you tell me about the Freedom Irish?
There's not much out there. It's Freedom Irish coming off a 59-51 victory over Valders. That was a non-conference season opener Tuesday over in Valders. Unfortunately, though, guys, we don't have stats. Nothing that was reported, and I didn't see anything on wisports.net, so don't know who did what, unfortunately. But, hey, we'll keep our own stats for this one. Interesting, though, look at Wrightstown and Brilliant and then Freedom and Valders. That used to be the part of the old Olympian Conference back in the day. So both of those two teams rekindling old rivalries as well.
I like rekindling. That's a cool word.
Hey, this is kind of going to be a contrast in styles tonight. Wrightstown, I know, is going to want to get it out and push it a little bit. That's always been, at least in recent seasons, the style that Corey Hayes likes to play with. Meanwhile, John Myron at Freedom likes to kind of slow things down, work that offense a little bit, work for those good shots. So we're going to see which style can kind of impose its will, if you will, and maybe could be the difference in the game. We'll see. I see John Myron down there. Of course, we've known John many years. Corey's done a good job here, many years at Wrightstown High School. So this is going to be a fun battle. Two teams that played each other in the sectional semifinal last year as well. Freedom won that game. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the webcast. So this is going to be fun, and good to be back at it.
And good to be in a controlled climate.
Yes, we don't have to worry about heated press boxes, and it was a little cool in that football run we had, but
was it only last week we're doing? No, that was the week before.
That was like we haven't done a game.
No, I meant
weeks.
when you and I were at the Camp Randall Stadium.
Yeah,
that
was
2 weeks ago.
Yep. Hey, a big thank you to our sponsor, Verlo Mattress Factory of Appleton, Green Bay, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, and Sturgeon Bay. Their Craftsman Manufacture your bed on site with unmatched quality and customer service. Be sure to stop in today for their fall mattress clearance sale. It's going to have to be maybe the winter mattress clearance sale. But we appreciate Verlo Mattress Factory and their sponsorship.
Well, it's not winter until December 21st, Brett.
It's still fall.
Yeah.
But as Ricardo said, both teams 1-0 coming into this one, non-conference victories. And something to keep in mind as well, Jeremy Van Zeelen, the 6'2 senior guard for Wrightstown, he's out right now. Football injury. I believe broke his collarbone during the football season. So
that's right. That proved pivotal in their game against Kiel.
Yeah, he's a really good player, an all-conference player as well, and a very tough kid that can get to the basket. Kind of reminds me of Mason Hazert, the Northeastern Conference Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year last season. So that's a blow, early season blow. The good news is, though, at least Coach Hayes saying that he expects Van Zeelen to be back sometime yet this season. Hopefully for the Wrightstown folks, not too much longer. He's a tough kid, big, strong, physical kid underneath. Also, Mason Hendricks, a 6'2 senior forward for Wrightstown. He's out. I believe that might be the one down there that I saw in a walking boot, so it must have been another football-related injury. That's the thing. You got to get those bumps and bruises from the football season cleared up before these kids can get their basketball legs. Some teams like Kimberly tonight, Ricardo, it's their first game of the season. It's pretty late in the year to be tipping this off. Usually you get some November games of Thanksgiving type stuff. But I think Lucky Words in that situation anyway always has to defer to the long football season that the paper makers have each and every year. So unfortunately for the Kimberly folks, paper makers run to Madison, stop short in the state semifinals. But at least it gives his players who played football a little bit of time to get those basketball legs under them as well. But now we're going to kind of start to see that schedule get hot and heavy, and really looking forward to what should be a very interesting basketball season, boys and girls side. I know you just had the Fab Five players in on Wednesday.
I did. Good photo shoot for the girls and boys team. We can't really announce who they are, though, right, Rosie? We still got some time here before we can release those. So, yeah, good photo shoot.
You can just say that it's an all Valley-wide
I was
team.
going to say, in years past, it was just the post-Crescent coverage area. Now it includes Green Bay, Oshkosh, and Fond du Lac coverage areas. So when the team is unveiled, just keep that in mind, that the 5 players will, in fact, be from the Oshkosh, Green Bay, Appleton, and Oshkosh, I should say, and Fond du Lac coverage areas. So all Valley team, I guess we can say, right, Brett?
Well, that's what you did with the Elite 11 football and the it was a terrific 10 girls volleyball. Did you go up to 10? It wasn't sensational
10.
6 anymore, right?
It's
Yeah,
terrific 10.
So, yeah, looking forward to seeing what you guys put together as far as the Fab Five boys and girls basketball teams. And hard to believe we've got another basketball season in front of us. It just keeps flying by, doesn't it?
It does.
I can't believe how fast that football season went. We did what?
Well, here's the thing. Basketball, the winter season takes forever.
Well, thank heavens for basketball, because that makes winter tolerable in my mind.
It does.
But we did 13 football live streams. Boy, we got to thank folks, if anybody out there that watched the Kimberly Bayport State semifinal. We had a record number of viewers that evening. We appreciate your support, your continued support of our Varsity Game of the Week live streams, and hoping we can see some of those numbers as the basketball season goes on. I'm telling you what, I can't wait for some of the girls' games this year. We're going to have some really good teams again.
I think
some high-level talent.
Strength of the Valley is in the girls' teams.
It might be.
Some state. Well, obviously, we return a state champion in Bayport. We have some other great teams. I know Howard's Grove is very good. We have Kimberly that was there. Hortonville, 3 straight times.
Well, Bayport, did you mention, is a defending D1 state champ?
Bayport defending D1 state champ. Wrightstown made it to sectionals. It's been a state in the past. Freedom girls also very good.
And Division I type talent as far as playing at the next level.
Oh, yeah, big time. About to get ready here. Wrightstown and Freedom getting ready for the national anthem.
At this time, we would like to ask those who are able to please stand and remove your hats for the singing of tonight's national anthem.
Next rendition of our national anthem, and we're getting ready here to start. Brett, that's a pretty hard song to sing. Did you ever see the Carl Lewis version?
Yes, not good.
Or even worse, the Roseanne
Yeah,
Barr
I
version?
was just thinking of Roseanne Barr. But looking at the, I've got the Wisconsin basketball yearbook here in my hand, and Wrightstown picked to finish first by Mark Miller. We've known Mark many years, the editor. Says here in the book, two-time defending champions are exceptionally deep and boast an athletic lineup with plenty of versatility and hunger. Freedom picked second. Senior point guard Zach Mashlin is the top returning player for a team that won 21 games a year ago. I really like Zach Mashlin's game. He's number 14 out there, one of the better point guards in the Valley, I would say. He's a tough kid and I think healthy finally too. I know he had battled some health issues, so
Absolutely.
strong kid, and looking forward to this one, Ricardo. And I know next week you're going to be gone again.
I will be. I'll be in sunny San Diego.
That's okay. Rosie and I like it better when it's just us anyway.
All right.
We didn't need you. By the way, Wrightstown and Freedom split their 2 regular season games last season. Tigers topped the Irish 56-41 right here back in January. Freedom then returned the favor with a 62-52 victory at Freedom in late February. And, of course, as we all remember, Wrightstown, Freedom, and Denmark. A 3-way tie for the Northeastern Conference title. All 3 teams, 15-3 records. The Tigers and Irish also squared off in a WIA Division III sectional semifinal that was up in O'Connell Falls, a game that saw Freedom prevail 58-47. Landon Van Calster finished with 16 points to lead the Irish. Mason Hazard led Wrightstown with 10 points. Freedom then fell to Denmark 46-41 in the sectional championship at Appleton North.
I know Rosie was digging that music. Some little lover boy there, Rosie. We are underway here real quick. Starting lineups, Brett, for Freedom. It's Vosters, Mashlin, Van Calster, Benke, and Rupiper. Did I say that right? Rupiper. And then for Wrightstown, Jack Van Zielen, Cruz, Lamers, Nemechek, and Hayes. That's your starting lineups for both squads here as we're just underway at Wrightstown High School.
Good little matchup here, Jack Van Zielen right away against Zach Mashlin.
Must say beautiful facility here in Wrightstown. Very easy drive to get here, BC, as that shot is no good.
That was Jaden Benke with the miss from the corner. Look at how quickly, as I said, that transition game, that high-octane pace that Corey Hayes wants to play, and right away we got a foul, bringing it down the court quickly.
Basket is good. Basket interference. 2 points, Tyler Cruz.
Okay.
Wow, okay, so Cruz with the bucket.
Basket interference. So no foul.
I don't think that might be the first time I've ever seen a game start that way,
I think so
Brett.
too. I thought they had called a foul, but instead basket interference. So Cruz with the bucket, and you see some early pressure too, trying to create offense from defense, maybe forcing some turnovers. We said 15 turnovers. Wrightstown forced Brilliant in beating the Lions in their opener. 3 ball from the corner. That's no good. That was Marty Vosters.
0 for 2 early on. And there's a push. Wasn't called. Is trying to go inside for Wrightstown. That's Nemechek.
Yeah, Nemechek picks up.
The player control foul, huh?
Yeah, his first personal. And again, Wrightstown showing that pressure. Freedom easily gets it over the timeline. Zach Mashlin with the basketball, and there's a steal. Jack Van Zielen just poking his hand in there, up and almost good offensive rebound. There's a battle, and I think Andrew Lamers with the offensive rebound, Ricardo, he's going to go to the line.
Yeah, Brett, the minute you were talking about them breaking that press, the turnover, but Wrightstown not able to convert on the transition. Lamers looking to shoot 2, though, for Wrightstown.
Yeah, Marty Vosters picks up the foul, so chance for Lamers, and he's 1 of 1 on the night. But right now, very early, of course, Ricardo, but Wrightstown dictating tempo.
What's going on here, Brett? They're looking at is that Van Calster they're looking at? No, Rupiper.
There's some blood.
And for freedom number 12, Austin Peterson. Also in number 3, Austin Ball.
Second free throw from Lamers. That is good, and we're all tied here early on. 16:40 left in the first half on your Verlo Mattress scoreboard. 3-2, or 4-0, I should say. Wrightstown.
We're going to call offensive foul. I think that's on Van Calster.
Just underway here at Wrightstown High School, this matchup of Northeastern Conference rivals.
Player control
Freedom
foul
and
on
Wrightstown.
Team foul number 2.
If you're watching online, which I'm sure you are, or on your phone, and happen to be on Twitter as well, send a message to us. Find us at PC Ricardo. Brett's at PC Brett C. Don't forget about Rosie at Metal Rosie. We'll send you a shout out as looking inside is Wrightstown.
That's Cruz.
And that rebound pulled down by Mashlin.
Pretty good defense just to hold firm in the paint as Cruz was trying to get the shot up and over as Mashlin's going to take it. Nice little jump stop. Just short-armed it and follows it. Nope. Freedom controls it. He steps out of bounds. Yeah. Good hustle by Marty Vosters. But out of bounds is the call. So 4-0 Tigers with the lead in the early stages of this one. 15-50 and counting as we look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard.
Nice crossover and looking to
Wow,
lay it in.
Scoop shot. Cruz now with 4 early points for the Tigers, who are up 6-0.
Beautiful drive, Brett. A little bit of a crossover, able to lay that in.
Well, good trapping defense to force a turnover. They were trying to get it into Van Calster, but too many Wrightstown hands. Good feed inside, and again, good trap there, but just couldn't get it to fall. That was Nemechek. Mashlin deep three and short. Good look, though, for the senior guard. Oh,
Deep three-pointer. That was a nice rebound, Brett, by DeClean. Cruz again, one-hander.
Offensive.
And the offensive foul on Cruz. I like how he's active, Brett. He's aggressive.
Player control fouls on
14:46 left in the first half. 6-0 lead for Wrightstown on your Verlo Mattress scoreboard.
Matthew Hansen checking in.
I'm Ricardo Arguello. Sitting alongside with me is Brett Christopherson, and getting you those high-definition shots is Jim Rosendick.
Andrew Lamers checking in.
Our first live stream of the winter season, though it's still fall, Brett, technically.
Doing a quick audio check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, 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 check. Ooh, tough take. That was Mason DeClean on the miss. Sorry, folks, we're having a little bit of a technical glitch, making sure audio is good. Nice little
Mashlin.
take to the rim. Yeah, Mashlin, his first bucket of the game and the first points of the game. And look at how quickly Wrightstown is down.
Oh, that was a nice drive and good defense by Freedom, Brett. to clean. I'm sorry, not to clean. Balk
Irish foul is on number 3, Ball.
trying to defend. He'll pick up the foul. Lamers will be shooting 2 for the Tigers. First shot no good.
For the Irish, Cole Ports. Checking in for Wrightstown, Jack Van Zeeland.
His second up and rims out. Still 6-2 early on here for Wrightstown. Balk up top. Mashlin running into triple defenders, and the steal for Wrightstown. And that's Pierre with the bucket for Wrightstown as the Tigers now lead 8-2 with 3:10 left here in the first half. Nice rebound there from Banky. 3-point, no good. Banky now is going to take it himself in for the hoop. (8-4) lead for Wrightstown. Near the 12:30 mark here in the first half. That 3-point basket, no good. Mashlin able to pull down that rebound for the Irish as they're down by 4 points.
Nice little crossover there by Mashlin. Quick.
Balk up top, back over to Mashlin.
There it is.
3-point basket, Ashland.
You knew he was going to get one of those to fall here pretty soon. He's too good of a player, too good of a shooter. Nice take. Look at that to the
Lamers.
rack. Yeah.
Things starting to pick up here,
I
BC.
guess so. Lamers now with 4 points. And there's Mashlin. He's feeling from the outside. Look at how quickly the Tigers down the floor. I want to tell you something, Ricardo. I'm not in basketball shape right now.
No, neither am I.
Football
both
doesn't move that
struggling a
fast.
little
Look at
bit.
that move, though. Slicing his way
Is that
through the
Mashlin
lane.
again?
That's Mashlin.
Basket by Ashland.
And Mashlin now with 7 of the Irish's 9 points.
Near the 11-minute mark here on your Verlometra scoreboard. 10-9 lead for Wrightstown. Both the Tigers and Irish, two of the top 10 teams in the state by Wisconsin
nice
Basketball
shot
Yearbook.
fake. Sam Hayes, his first bucket of the game. We haven't called his name much, but just a good post up, and there's that little hesitation to clear enough space as Wrightstown burns its first time out of the game. That's kind of tough to get in basketball shape while there's a technical glitch at the same time, but I think we got it.
Little timeout action as well. 12-9 lead for Wrightstown. 10:51 left here in the first half on your Verlometra scoreboard.
Yeah, this is a good setup here at Wrightstown. Love coming to do games here, and big room. We're in the wrestling room that overlooks. Boy, did you walk in? Did you see that new? Well, it's not new anymore, but it looked like a new entrance or something to their.
Oh, I didn't notice
community weight room. And
oh, they have that. Yeah, I saw that. That
That-
looked very impressive. Yeah.
Joe Hella, number 20.
that's some nice stuff here at a school for this size. It's always a fun league to check out. You know, we were talking those Northeastern. Maybe overall it could be a little down because of all those really good senior classes last year. Craig Hayes, the athletic director, also an assistant on Corey Hayes' staff, was telling us that last year's senior classes combined in the Northeastern, 8 1,000 point scores.
That is a lot of talent, Brett. You're right.
Well, and these two teams had really nice senior classes. Littleshoot had a nice senior class. Denmark, of course, going to state had a real nice senior class. Marinette had a real nice senior class. A lot of those kids are now gone and off to college or doing whatever it is that they're doing. So it's the new wave is going to come through here in the Northeastern, but always a good league regardless of the sport. Oh,
Going
tough
into
take by-
yeah,
wow,
going
and he
into
finishes.
a triple team.
6
Cruz.
points for Cruz. Got to like the fearless play.
Beautiful shot up and in. Peterson
Basket by Peterson.
quickly down court. The Tigers looking to add to their 14-11 lead with 9:50 left here in the first half on your Verlo Matcher scoreboard.
Trying to think of some of the 1,000-point scorers from the senior class. Obviously, Mason Hazert here at Wrightstown and Noah Miller at Littleshoot. I think Denmark had 2 of them, right? Zane Short and Patrick Sumnick. Maybe even Brady Jens. He might have been a 1,000-point scorer. Jacob Petzel at Marinette. I think he was a 1,000-point scorer. Probably, I know I'm missing a couple.
Replacing Lamers.
A lot of good talent in the basketball ranks. And that Denmark team, I obviously saw this league quite a bit last year. Good steal off the inbounds, but Denmark was, I thought, definitely the best team and certainly earned its right to get to the state tournament. Ooh, wow. Getting a little wild out here, Ricardo.
It is.
Oh, jeez. There's still some football tendencies.
Early season hoops.
That's usually what happens, right? Got to get through the holidays before you kind of really find
working off that turkey and gravy.
Appreciate folks checking in tonight. And Matthew Hansen with a bucket for the Tigers. His first points of the night. 16-11, Tigers with the lead as we look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard halfway through the first half. Good ball movement by the Irish. And they're going to get
travel. I have that 4 turnovers for
Austin
Freedom.
Falk, a 5'11 junior guard. They called him for steps. I'm always a little like, did he really take, come on, officials, let him. It's just a good first step, right? Did you see that, speaking of travel, that clip that's been circulating on social media of LeBron, who just kind of picks it up and walks, like takes 3 steps to the Utah Jazz defenders looking over at the official like, what is this?
That's not the first time he's done that.
Oh
That's
my
happened
gosh.
a handful of times with LeBron.
That's embarrassing.
It is. Not a big fan of the NBA when it comes to that stuff, BC.
Well, the athleticism was second to none. It's fantastic. Good post defense. I think that might have been number 2, Drew Lonegro, knocking that on away as Mashlin now. And the Irish going to set up here, 3 ball, and that's going to be off target by Lonegro. And Tigers with the ball and the 5-point lead. Ooh, good take. And a foul. And again, Wrightstown so good, Ricardo, at taking it to the rack.
Yeah, aggressive. Nemechek will be shooting 2 for the Tigers, and they're up 16-11, just under 8 minutes left here at Wrightstown in the first half on your Verlo Mattress scoreboard.
Fouls on Lonegro.
They're aggressive on the defensive end, Brett, and aggressive on the offensive end.
Yeah, that's been the kind of the staple here for a number of years as Nemechek gets his first points of the night. Think about Mason Hazert last year, now playing ball at UW Stevens Point, and he was always so good at getting to the rim too. I mean, just sometimes watch the replays of those games, like how do they do it? But like you said, aggressive style, and that's what Corey Hayes wants to see out of his Tigers.
Brett, it's called athleticism.
You saying
Something
I don't have
you and I
athleticism?
do
What?
not have.
Come on. I'm still waiting to take on Aaron Jones in that basketball shooting contest.
Put up that Civic.
No, we're not going to put up any cars or houses, for heaven's sakes. I don't know what he's talking about. Are they going to call offensive
It
foul
is.
on Mashlin?
That's the 5th now turnover for Freedom on the player control foul on Mashlin. 7:36 left here in the first half. 18-11 lead for Wrightstown on your Verlo Mattress scoreboard.
Player control foul is on number
5 team fouls now for Freedom, just 2 for Wrightstown. Yeah, we're going to get like a Matchbox car or a Hot Wheels. I'll give them a. In the unlikely event that I would get beat. And there's a 3-point. Is that Hayes? His first 3. And look at this, a 10-point lead for the Tigers.
His first 3 and the first 3 of the night for Wrightstown.
Yeah, Hayes has 5. And that's the first 3-pointer of the game for Wrightstown. But in the unlikely event that Aaron Jones would beat me, I'll give him a Matchbox car. Good box out. 3 Wrightstown players boxing out, getting that defensive board. And here comes Hayes, spin move. And Wrightstown will set it up again, up 10 with 6:45 to play in this opening half.
Yeah, Wrightstown still hasn't kind of found that rhythm yet, though, Brett, because that's the second time I've seen Hansen kind of flash down low, wide open, Brett, but not able to see him.
Yeah, out of bounds, so turnover. 4 new Wrightstown players coming in. So Coach Hayes going 9 deep tonight. And again, just think they don't have 2 of their seniors in Jeremy Van Zeelen and Mason Hendricks. So you get those guys back and healthy, and it's going to be a formidable basketball team.
.620 left now.
A little step back for Mashlin. Good looking shot, just can't get it to fall. Hayes thought about it. Of course, Sam Hayes, his brother. Nice bounce pass. Just
no foul call.
Just couldn't finish it. But
Yeah.
I was going to say, remember, his 2 brothers, right? Sam and Zach and Luke. Zach, I believe, a senior at UW La Crosse. Off to a good start are the Eagles. You know, if you're watching, Zach, I'm sorry. I got to root for Mason and the Pointers. That's my school. As Cruz, oh, wow, Euro step, and that's going to be offensive foul. Good job by Van Calster, Ricardo, just to hold his ground, and he was set for quite some time. You saw Cruz try to do that Euro step to get away, but just couldn't make it happen. That's Cruz's second personal, so he's going to have to take a seat on the bench with 5:29 to play in this half.
Right now, Freedom just hasn't been able to find any kind of rhythm, Brett. Again, a lot of that has to do with Wrightstown's defense, the pressure defense by the Tigers.
Trying to figure things out a little bit. Again, early season basketball game. What Freedom is always going to hang its hat on is defense, right? As the 3 ball falls through for Jaden Benke. Benke now with 5, and that was a big bucket. But the defense will always keep the Irish in the game. Mashlin now bringing it up the floor and seeing if the Irish can whittle away at this deficit some more. Tough shot, just can't get it to fall. Big rebound by number 33. That's Joe Hella, 6'3" junior.
Back-to-back rebounds for him.
Oh, nice pull-up jumper. Beautiful, nothing but net. That's Matthew Hansen, and he's got 4.
Yeah, a couple big buckets for Hansen as Tigers now 23-14 lead with 4:20 left here in the first half on your Verlo Mattress scoreboard.
And I've got, 6 players now have scored now for Wrightstown. So good offensive balance. And quickly down the floor are the
Hansen
Tigers.
will pop the 3. Air ball is Freedom now. Van Calster with the rebound. He'll try the 3.
Yeah, Landon
Rims
Van
are not
Calster.
kind
No,
to
they
the
aren't.
gentlemen tonight.
Those are pretty good looks. I mean, you can't really complain. Hayes thought about it. Good defense. Good bounce pass inside. Shot fake, and that's going to put Hella at the line. Look at Hella, 6'3" junior forward, working hard underneath.
Big guy, you know what? And he did a good job of getting those two players in the air. That almost will always either end with a bucket or a foul, Brett.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Banky picks up the first personal, so 16 fouls now for Freedom. Just 3 for Wrightstown here late in the first half, 23-14. Tigers with the lead as we look again at our Vertilo Mattress Factory scoreboard. Hella good on his second, so back up by 10 are the Tigers. And that's again now 7 players who have scored for the Tigers, just 3 for Freedom. Van Kalster, he's going to take it. Oh, I thought he was going to take that shot.
Sure looked like he wanted to, Brad. Again, both teams struggle a little bit. You're right, they've been getting some good looks.
Little backdoor move. Balk, little floater, gets it to roll. Good job by Austin Balk, the 5'11 junior.
These players are getting so skilled. Brett, it's Balk now.
Oh, look how
In
quickly he is
transition.
down the floor. Good finish off the turnover, and that's 4 quick points.
You know, Brett, I was talking about how these players are so skilled now with the little running floater and the awareness that they all have. And Zet, one falls short. Van Kalster with the rebound for Freedom. And they got a little momentum going here. Brett down 6 with nearing the 2:30 mark in the first half.
Oh. The clean with the steal and the bucket.
DeClean, 6'3" senior guard. Not many seniors on the Wrightstown team, Brett. I count 5 or 6, I'm sorry.
Van Kalster short on that one. Good rebound by Nemechek, and here come the Tigers with 2 minutes to play.
Good defense
eight,
by
yep.
Freedom.
Oh, they're going to get a hold. So that's the 17th foul. Shooting free throws are the Tigers.
I'd like to ask the members of the Young Tigers.
I have 7 rebounds for Nemechek already tonight, Brett.
Austin Peterson, a 6'4" junior for the Irish, picks up the foul. That's going to put Nemechek at the line. He's 2 for 2 from the stripe already. 1-1 coming up now for the 6'4" senior forward.
Oh, good, but hey, DeClean with the rebound. Hansen wanted that 3 to drop, and we have a foul on the floor.
Yeah,
it's going to be against Wrightstown.
I think it's going to be against Nemechek. That'll be his second. And it is, so I would imagine Nemechek, he will check out of the game.
Early now, but Wrightstown with an 18-13 advantage on the boards. Tigers very active around the glass. Wrightstown leads 26-18 as we're nearing the end of the first half.
Ooh, Balk wide open from the top. Just can't get it fall. Look at that offensive rebound. Nope. Good hustle by DeClean to pick that one up.
You hear Wrightstown coach Hayes saying, swing it, swing it. A little more active on offense.
Good backdoor.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Hansen.
nice ball movement and good finish. Hella.
Hey, you got to like if you're the big guy getting those easy buckets.
Yeah, I like that little extra pass.
That was Hansen with the extra pass, Brett.
Yeah, and Hayes was the one I believe who started it all. So excellent team basketball there as Wrightstown picks up a foul. I believe that's going to be on Pier.
Always a crowd pleaser, and it always demoralizes the defense a little bit to see all those little passes.
5 team fouls now for Wrightstown. Again, Freedom was 7. 28-18, the advantage for the Tigers. And I wonder if John Meyer, I was just going to say, I wanted to know if he was going to want to take a final shot.
Bulk took that one from NBA range, Brett.
I'm wondering what Wrightstown wants to do. Do they want to keep pushing it, or do they want to work it and settle for the final shot of the half? They're already up 10. And with 30 seconds to go, Ricardo, I'm thinking play for one final shot. 15 seconds coming up right now. As Wrightstown going to settle for one final look here in what's been a pretty solid first half. Under 10 to go. Drive, good off the screen,
Mashing with the block. And what are they calling it? It's against Wrightstown. Mashing with a nice block, though, Brett.
Like Hansen had a lane, though, to get to the rim.
Hansen are always impressed with Mashlin's athleticism. You were talking about him earlier, Brett, in the live stream about how this is a unique athlete, one of the better ones in the area.
Yeah, he's smooth, very smooth, and he'll be an all-conference player when all's said and done here. Final shot coming up, half-court look.
Ooh, just short.
That was Cole Courts, and that's how this first half comes to a close.
Freedom 18. At this time, we would like to invite everyone who purchased a paper airplane to make your way down to courtside while we set up the target.
That's how the first half will end. 28-18 lead for Wrightstown on your Verlo Mattress scoreboard.
Yeah, thanks again to our sponsor, Verlo Mattress Factory of Appleton, Green Bay, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, and Sturgeon Bay. Their craftsmen manufacture your bed on site with unmatched quality and customer service. Stop in today for their mega mattress clearance sale. Also, Verlo Mattress Factory offers free delivery and setup with set purchases, and they can make custom mattresses to fit boats, RVs, semi-trucks, antique beds, and more. Plus, air beds are on sale up to $400 off. Hey, before we talk a little bit about this half and things coming up, I did get a tweet from Zach Hayes. He says, "Go Eagles." Hey, Zach, I wish you all the best. And
yeah.
I'm only half kidding when I say go Pointers. That's my school. That's my alma mater. I bleed purple and gold. So I'll root for you except for 2 times out of the season, huh? How's that sound? But that's going to be some fun matchups when Zach and Mason Hazert go toe-to-toe in the WIAC. But thanks for checking in at lacrosse. And Zach, after the stream, I want you to be studying.
Wants to be studying up Friday nights, watching
yes,
hoops, and
you
he'll
study.
spend the rest of it studying.
Well, we're in the wrestling room, and there's a ball that just came flying by me, almost decapitated me.
Can you get decapitated by a Nerf ball, Brett?
I don't know, but I got to keep my head on a swivel up here because that's the second time our very expensive live stream equipment almost just got totaled. So, well, first half thoughts, Ricardo?
Well, obviously my first time seeing both teams. This is the first time we've done a live stream, but Wrightstown, I mean, to see Wrightstown out there being aggressive and playing just a little bit better on offense, and Freedom is encouraging because, like you said, Brett, they're missing 2 of their top guys. Wrightstown, I should say, yes. And so, yeah, it's early season stuff. I never really see the December games and think that these are how the teams are going to look like in March, Brett. But
good point.
It is encouraging for Wrightstown right now because I know Coach Hayes has high expectations for this team. I know the community does too.
All right, let's finish it
As
up.
for Freedom, let's see them function a little better on offense. Maybe take some better shots, Brett. I think some of the threes they were taking were a little bit far. I don't know if those were great shots. But, you know, if I know Freedom, I know Coach Marion will have them ready for the second half. And you make a bucket here or there, you're back within a couple possessions.
Hey, not only are the teams trying to get their legs under them, but we're trying to get our basketball skills as far as the live stream go back in shape as well. So we're doing pretty good. And we just had one audio glitch, but I guess it sounds like everything's going A-okay.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
Hey, by the way, Mason Hazert. We've got Zach outnumbered. Go Pointers. That's right, Mason.
Doing well out there.
The 4-time Division III national champion UW Stevens Point Pointers. Very proud alum.
I know, we can't stop hearing about it.
Hey, full disclosure, I grew up in Stevens Point. I was there for the Dick Bennett, Terry Porter days. My dad had season tickets. Brad Soderberg was a great guard on those
hey,
teams.
Nothing wrong with Stevens Point. I'm a Stevens Point fan of the city, of Bill's Pizza.
Yeah, there you go. Craig Hawley, now the girls basketball coach at Kaukauna, a real sharp shooting guard for the Pointers back in the day as well. And
I think, is Hawley the one who runs the AAU?
I think he does, yeah. So
a
lot of great history, and when you walk into the Quan Fieldhouse, nothing but championship banners.
Well, let me tell you something, Brett, if I may do a couple of promos quick before I let you do your Packer promo. Every Wednesday night, well, not next Wednesday because I'll be in sunny San Diego, but
Yeah, how many times are you gonna say that?
every Wednesday night is the Varsity Roundtable show. Now, Brett, we had a great show this past week. We had Taylor Lauterbach, the 6'6" post player from Appleton West girls basketball on the show, along with, and she made Macy McGlone of Hortonville, 6'3" post player, look tiny. That's how Lauterbach is. Lauterbach's a big girl. There you go. Rosie has an early picture of our Fab Five, and had the Fab Five girls in right after the show as well. But the Roundtable is the only online high school sports talk show. There you go. Rosie with an early picture. None of this stuff is released yet, Rosie, but those are the 5 girls on our all-area team, the Fab Five. Technically preseason, but it's more about going into the 2020 season. Make sure we don't use that one. I think Emma's eyes were closed on that one. Am I right in seeing that? But, yeah, Varsity Roundtable. Now, that will return not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday following, because I think then the following Wednesday is Christmas, the Christmas week. But the only online high school show dedicated to high school sport athletes. Hoping to have a couple more girls on. I did talk to Emma Nagel about having Bayport girls on, and she said, yeah, she'll definitely get back to me on that. So it's going to be a very exciting winter season when it comes to the Varsity Roundtable.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing what you guys put together.
Coming back also next week, the week following, will be our R&B show podcast. It's been a little bit of a hiatus.
Well, the holiday kind of gets in the way with Thanksgiving, and we're going to have a hiatus coming up here now. I think for probably a couple weeks, right? We have
because and here's a big reason why, and I'm gonna tell you, Brett. And again, I'll let you do your promo after this. I have a lot of things on my plate. I have the all-area volleyball team, which by the way is the Valley volleyball team. Say that fast 4 times because it includes Green Bay, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac. I have the all-area volleyball team. The player has been picked, and she will be getting her portrait done by her photographers. Then the all-area football team, of course, includes Green Bay, Fond du Lac, Oshkosh, and, of course, the Post Crescent coverage area. That's coming as well, so both those are on my plate. And I just got done helping vote in on the all-state football team, which we had many representatives from the area. Congratulations again to Bob Highland. He was voted the coach of the year from Fond du Lac Springs. But, yeah, that's what's on my plate, Brett, along with these Fab Five things that we'll be doing. And I might add, I'll have my end-of-the-year column coming up right before the first of the year, which kind of looks back at the top 10 storylines of 2019, of which there were many.
Yeah, I've got something I want to work on, but I'm not going to divulge it yet.
No.
I'm hoping I can get it done, though, soon. But we'll see, depending on the time. I might have some time this coming week, since we won't have a Varsity Roundtable on Wednesday because you'll be gone. And then, obviously, I think Christmas and New Year's Day fall on Wednesdays, so those will be days that we will be off as well. So that's why you got to get through the holidays and kind of decompress and then really hit the ground running hard.
I think we all come back energized anyway, coming back in January and things like that, so it should be good.
But the goal is to get, I think, 3 live stream basketball games before the holidays. Rosie and I can maybe handle one next week, but we'll see. Hey, by the way, young Tigers first and second grade kiddos out there showing off their future skills, part of the Wrightstown Full Court Club.
Very nice.
The Young Tiger basketball program consists of kindergartners through 4th grade boys and girls from the Wrightstown School District. These future high school basketball star players have been practicing the fundamentals of dribbling, passing, and shooting on Saturday mornings, and the high school basketball players and coaching staff have been working side by side to develop these young Tigers skills. And tonight, again, 1st and 2nd grade boys performing for the big crowd on hand. Hey, that's how you build programs, right?
Let me tell you something. It's one of my favorite things to see is kids giving back, helping out the younger ones. It really does foster chemistry as well as improve those skills, Brett.
Hey, time to plug Clubhouse Live. That's our weekly Green Bay Packers show starring Packers running back Aaron Jones that can be seen Mondays at 6:30 from the Clubhouse Sports Pub and Grill inside the Red Lion Hotel Paper Valley in downtown Appleton. Every week, Jones brings a teammate guest. This past week, we had rookie tight end Jay Sternberger. Heck of a guy. Real fun to get to know. Everybody always wants to get Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers on. That's great. We've had those guys on. But I actually get more out of it when I get to meet the young guys. And I'm impressed. Something about Jay Sternberger, he's got a presence about him. Watch out for this guy. Keep an eye on him in future seasons as maybe the tight end to be.
First off, he's a good
green
guy.
And gold. Yeah, but he just had a demeanor, a confidence. If he hadn't gotten hurt in preseason, it'd be interesting to see where he'd be at this stage of the game right now. But anyway, it's first come, first seated. No admission to check out the show in person. But if you can't make it to downtown Appleton, you can always watch it live online, again, at 6:30 on clubhouselive.com, facebook.com/Packers News, and facebook.com/ Clubhouse Live. I co-host it, Ricardo co-hosts it, and Rosie is part of the Clubhouse Live production crew. Give us a like on those Facebook pages as well.
Brett, this is next week is Packer week, so we have to do our bet before I leave Monday.
Packers-Bears, yeah, coming up. Obviously, big game for the Packers coming up with Washington. We'll review that with Aaron Jones on Monday's show, and then you and I will do our Packers-Bears bet because Ricardo, of course, is a huge Bears fan.
I have a question. Why is Aaron Jones not being used more? What's wrong here?
Well, he was, but then it stopped.
Yeah, I guess that's what my point is.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Well, that's kind of the question that some have had is once Devontae Adams got back from his injury.
I don't know. Well, I'm not about here sitting here talking. You guys know more about the Packers than I do. I don't know what it is. Are you saying Devontae Adams is detrimental to the Packer offense?
No, I just think they got to figure out how to put the pieces together and not just kind of go away from something that's been working and was very effective. I agree. He needs more touches. He's dynamic, and in the run game, the blocking up front's got to get a little bit better too. I know Aaron Rodgers talked about the timing of the run game needs to improve.
Brett, by the way, friend of the show, Josh Sitton,
Yeah.
announced his retirement. I saw a couple of his former teammates there as he announced it at Lambeau Field.
Yeah, David Bakhtiari, Brian Balaga, and Aaron Rodgers all were in attendance. They've all been guests on Clubhouse Live.
Now, was Josh Sitton the one who was singing for us? Or was it
TJ Lang.
TJ Lang.
Sang.
Okay.
Josh Sitton had some interesting thoughts
Yes.
about the offense that night.
God, I loved
made
it, though.
news.
Let me tell you, Josh Sitton, I have all the respect in the world for that man. He was a great player. I'm not just saying that because he played for the Bears a couple years. By the way, when he was healthy, he played fantastic for Chicago. But I guess that was his bugaboo with Green Bay too, right? Staying healthy. So, congratulations to him. I think very highly of Josh Sitton, a good player.
He'll be a Packer Hall of Famer. He'll be inducted at some point. Speaking of last plugs, I know we plug Varsity Roundtable Wednesdays at 7 o'clock through the high school season. Actually takes it into June, but you can watch that on postcrescent.com and facebook.com/postcrescent, the live weekly look at the Fox Valley prep sports scene. We will be doing a live stream again next week. I just haven't pinpointed exactly which game it is. I got to talk to Rosie about it and look at schedule. We might have to do a quick turnaround, Rosie, and it might be a Tuesday night game, though, right away. So we'll see how it all shapes out. Also, definitely want to get some girls games again. So many top talented teams, some of the best players and teams in the state right here in the Fox Valley on the girls' side. So it's going to be a fun season going back and forth and seeing so many really good teams. And we'll have news, too, on the Wisconsin Prep Sports Awards show coming within the next few weeks as well. We're looking forward to putting together another great sports show. And I'm not going to say anything more because nothing is as far as site cemented, but I think folks are going to be very pleased as to where the show will be held this season. About a minute to go before the second half gets underway. That gives me a chance to run down the first half scoring. First for Wrightstown, DeClean with 2, Cruz with 6, Peer with 2, Lamers with 4, Hansen with 4, Nemechek with 2, Hayes with 5, and Hella with 3. That's balanced scoring right up and down the roster for the Irish. Balk with 4, Peterson with 2, Mashlin with a team-high 7, and Benke with 5 points. Freedom will have the basketball to start the second half. As I mentioned, the Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook, Wrightstown is the pick to be the 2019-2020 champions of the Northeastern Conference. Freedom picked to finish second. Should actually looking up and down the roster, or the lineup. Luxembourg Casco third, Little Chute picked fourth, Clintonville fifth. Watch out for the Tigers; they're on the rise.
They had some.
They battled teams close last year.
Yeah, I was going to say they were really kind of surprising last year.
Yeah, Aiden Polzine, one of the top players in the conference plays for the Truckers. Denmark sixth, but they're off to a great start. Denmark. Watch out for another kid, 6'9" sophomore Donovan Short. He's had, I think, 2 30-point games to start the season. And Denmark, of course, the team that represented the Northeastern Conference in this sectional at the state tournament last season. Good take, good find, and what do we have here? Offensive. And I don't know if, well, I'm looking to see if John Myron, the Freedom coach,
Foster's his second.
Well, Brett, that's about the 4th time we've seen a player control foul tonight.
To Piper.
number 42, I believe, with the foul call against him. So, yeah, I think John a little upset with his player on that, maybe a little playing out of control. 10-point lead for the Tigers here. Early stages of the second half. Good offensive rebound by Hayes and sets it up again. One of the things that you noted, Ricardo, Wrightstown controlling the glass on both ends.
Whoa. Picked up his foot there, but Tigers retain possession here. Brett, again, 28-18. Tigers lead on your Verlo Matcher scoreboard just underway in the second half.
Looking at the foul situation, Cruz and Nemechek with 2 for the Tigers and nobody with 2 for the Irish. So in pretty good shape both sides as far as fouls go. And good patience as they're going to feed the post here. Good double team and excellent hands, good team defense.
Yeah, you know, I like what he was trying to do there, Brett, trying to get the cutting guy underneath. But too many hands there, Brett, from Freedom. As we have a little referee conference. Oh, we got a little bit of they might be adjusting the clock though, huh?
The last foul was corrected.
Ah,
It's on number 30.
Van Kelster. Yeah, not Root Piper. I thought so. Van Kelster was the one. So he now has 2 fouls for the Irish.
wow.
So fixing things up at the scores table as Zach Mashlin now brings the ball up the floor for the Irish. And
A little more of a slower tempo to start the second half, Brett.
needing a little bucket. Good bounce pass as Mashlin finds Van Kelster, and Van Kelster will go to the line.
Nemechek with the foul, I believe. Oh, nope, they're going to call Cruz on that.
Fouls on
Yeah, and
His
that's now his
third.
third. So decision time for Coach Corey Hayes. Does he want to
Van Kelster shooting.
take out his senior guard or just say, hey, you got 3 fouls?
Van Kelster, a
Be smart.
sophomore, 6'6" sophomore.
And that's Van Kelster's first points of the evening.
I wonder if Van Kelster saw minutes last year playing behind Pingle, I'm going to assume.
Actually, Van Kelster, I thought he was a starter at times.
Okay.
And good on both free throws, so 8-point lead now for the Tigers.
Andrew Lamers.
And Lamers with the bucket.
Quick answer from Lamers as Mashlin now matched up with Nemechek. Oh, and beautiful defense. Wow, that was Van Zeeland, Brett. Getting Mashlin all tied up. It went off of Mashlin out of bounds, and that is the first turnover of the half for Freedom. Good defense, Brett, by Jack Van Zeeland, the junior 5'10" guard.
Nice cut and good find as Van Zeeland. That would be Jack Van Zeeland with the bucket. Nice backdoor move and the largest lead of the game now for the Tigers. It's at 12. And that's going to be a timeout coming for Freedom.
Timeout Freedom.
15:28 left here in the second half. 12-point lead for Wrightstown, biggest of the game for the Tigers on your Verlo Matcher scoreboard. And you see Coach Myron there, Brett. He's not happy with the effort in the second half of his players. Letting them have it. Myron, one of the more respected basketball coaches in the area, Brett.
Yeah, third season with the Irish after head coaching stops at Kimberly, of course, and Ashwaubenon. Myron led Kimberly, as you remember, Ricardo, to WIA Division II state titles in 1994 and 95. Also spent time as an assistant with Little Chute. And Wrightstown coach Corey Hayes This is his 22nd season now leading the
Wow.
Tigers, and check this out.
He doesn't even, I just saw him on the sidelines.
He looks
there.
young.
He does look
he
young.
is young. They gave him the job when he was 18 years old. No, he's 15 wins away from career victory number 300.
All right. I remember all those in the late 2000s, Brett, those great matchups with Brilliant and those great sectional games.
I believe Wrightstown folks online can correct me if I'm wrong, but still looking for that first trip to Madison on the boys' side.
Yeah, they always kind of ran into bad luck in that sectionals, though, like I was saying before.
Well, both coaches obviously highly respected, not only in the area but in the state. Run quality programs, Freedom or John, wherever the stop is, and offensive foul on Mashlin.
I want to say that's the 5th one in Mashlin.
Oh, he's not happy.
Himself.
That's a tough call.
Well, I will say this, Brett. The refs have been consistent.
Yeah,
They've been
they
calling
have.
that from the start.
And look at how quickly Cruz down the floor. Good feed, and look at that.
Oh, boy. They
That's
caught
Lamers.
Freedom napping.
They did. Oh, nice shot off the glass. That's Marty Voster's, his first bucket.
Basket by Foster's.
And a tie-up. Nemechek battling Trevor Rupiper and Wrightstown with possession. But I like that move by Cruz as Freedom kind of complaining about the foul a little bit, and they just fly right down the court and getting the easy bucket underneath.
Turnover on Wrightstown.
But to finish that thought on the coaches, John, wherever he's been, and then Corey here a long time, highly respected, highly thought of basketball minds and coaches, and very successful. And good guys, too. Mashlin going to kick it out to Van Kalster from the corner. Just can't get that range zeroed in, and here come the Tigers pushing it fast down the floor. Nice bounce pass inside. Cruz with the finish. That's good team ball, Ricardo. Sharing the basketball.
And they're quick to get to the other side of the court, and I like this aggressiveness by the Tigers. This is clearly them playing their kind of ball, Brett.
Yeah, now 4 new Tigers getting ready to check in. So, again, Hayes using his depth, but that's the good news. The bad news is Cruz just picked up his 4th personal, and it's 14:09 still to play in the second half. So he's going to be on the bench for quite a stretch here. Cruz exits the game with 8 points. Both teams now with 2 fouls here in the second half. And it's time for Freedom to get going here and see if they can zero in on some of these 3-point looks. Good physical play down in the post. Good bounce pass, no look, nice, and good finish. That's Rupiper. Nice little bounce pass from Mashlin.
Yeah, Mashlin again, the no-look pass inside. Rupiper able to finish. And a free throw here will keep it within 11 points for Freedom in terms of the deficit with 13:52 left here in the second half.
Ben Peer picks up the foul, and Rupiper is good on the traditional 3-point play, and down to an 11-point lead for the Tigers as we look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard. 36-25. Oh, tough skip pass, and Mashlin finds it. He's going to go a little Euro step, knocked away.
Hansen with the nice play.
3 from the wing, that's short. And Van Kalster there, Johnny on the spot, good finish. Good hustle by Van Kalster. He's got 4 points all in this half.
Nice little spurt here from Freedom. Being smart around the glass and getting those second chance points. Hold this within 9 points.
Travel.
Hey, that's the 3rd consecutive turnover by Wrightstown, Brett.
I was looking at number 33 for the Tigers, Joe Hella, 6'3". He's got some position in the post. I'm surprised they're not giving him a few more touches. He's got He's got some space on the block to get him the basketball.
Well, basketball, like we always say, is a game of runs right now, Brett, and the 3 turnovers by Wrightstown has really kind of fueled this little spurt by Freedom, Brett. Let's see if the Tigers, or the Irish, I'm sorry, can pull within, what, possibly 6 points? 7?
Yeah. Again, Wrightstown just moments ago up 14. So as you said, Ricardo, a little run for the Irish as Mashlin trying to create space again. Not only good at getting his shot, but setting up shots for others. And Van Kelster,
wow, he's
good
been hot.
baseline move.
The sophomore. A couple of straight buckets for him.
He's got 8, or check that, 6 now, all in this half.
That lead, Brett, has been halved, 14-7. Wrightstown needs a bucket here. Good defense again by Wrightstown, and it goes back over to Freedom, Brett.
Yeah.
4th consecutive empty possession for Wrightstown.
Credit Cole Courts, the 6'2" senior guard for Freedom, playing some pretty good defense underneath. I believe that was Sam Hayes trying to get a shot up, but Courts holding firm underneath. 12:16 to play, and Freedom right back in this one. And Freedom now extending that pressure. Mashlin.
Oh, loses control. Van Kelster fighting for it. Turnover, Freedom.
Oh, boy. Wrightstown had a full a break, fast court break. Let's see who's down. That's Andrew Lamers. He's going to be okay.
Freedom fouls on Lonegro.
We're going to call Drew Lonegro
Personal team foul 3.
with the foul for Freedom. So both teams, Ricardo, with 3 team fouls. 12 minutes to play, and I'm not sure what's going on here. A little disjointed all around, isn't it?
Yeah, it's early season for the refs too, Brett. What's going on down there, Rosie? Rosie.
Hayes, good defense, good help by Mashlin there to force Hayes to give it up, but look at that. Matthew Hansen.
Oh, did Wrightstown need that one, Brett?
Yeah, I think that's only their 2nd triple of the game.
That lead up to 10 points and stems that tie. What was a 7-0 run by Wrightstown.
Hansen with the 3, and Hayes had
by
one
Freedom,
in
I
the
should
first
say.
half.
Sorry, Brett.
Oh, it's okay. Balk. Thought maybe he'd pull up. Nope, that's going to be Mashlin, and rims out. Good
Brett,
look.
how did that get back out?
Van Kelster, though, another offensive rebound. He's going to let it fly, and short on that one.
That one went into the bucket and came out.
A little too much English there. Good take and finish. Nemechek.
Heck, Nemechek looked like he was going to dunk that one, Brett. That lead back up to 12 points for Wrightstown, so they've got that momentum back.
How about Nemechek playing a little bit above the rim? And now he's got the defensive rebound, having a nice strong game, both ends. Hayes, and that's swatted away. That's going to stay with Wrightstown.
Brett Nemechek has 9 rebounds.
9 rebounds, and he's got 4 points now. But Grant Nemechek, 6'4", senior forward.
Also returning
Great finish. Good, strong finish at the rim.
Zealand and Hella.
And again, Wrightstown showing off its depth. Now 3 guys checking in, so that's a nice luxury for Corey Hayes to get all these guys minutes.
He's just shuffling guys in there. It's almost like what they do in hockey with the line changes, Brett.
It'll be interesting to see the rotations once Jeremy Van Zeeland and Mason Hendricks are back from injury.
Got another score here, Brett. Halftime, Neenah 37, Oshkosh North 31.
Ooh. Rockets, of course, Max Klesmet, one of the top scorers in the state. Hansen, no good on that 3-point attempt.
You know, Brett, every time I see when there's substitutions like that and the defensive style, Wrightstown at least employed in the first half primarily, that pressure ball reminds me of a little bit of what Arkansas used to run with Nolan Richardson back in the 90s.
With Lee Mayberry and Todd Day.
Todd Day. You know,
Mayday,
and it was just Pressure,
what was that
swarming
called?
these 40 minutes of hell.
Yep, that's right. Yep. Boy,
that was fun to watch.
That's taking you back there.
Yeah, it is. I remember them against UCLA. It was just so much fun to watch.
Oh, good triple team and a nice job by Balk. Good ball movement for the Irish, and that's a good answer. That's Benke. His second triple of the game.
Well, that's exactly what Freedom needed, Brett, to stem that tide.
3 3-point buckets for the Irish tonight. 2 by Benke, the other a first half triple from Mashland. Ooh, that's going to be offensive, yep.
6. I want to say that's the 6th time I've seen
That
this.
is, I don't know if I've ever seen this many offensive fouls, and that's going to be the 4th now on Peer. So both Peer and Cruz with 4 fouls for the Tigers. 5 team fouls now for Wrightstown, just 3 for Freedom. We still have a half to go. Half of a half.
A little bit disjointed with all the fouls. 41-32 the score. Wrightstown lead on your Verlo match. The scoreboard, look at
Nice
ball.
take, good take. Oh, just couldn't get it to fall, but oh, look at that. Wow, Austin Peterson had it a chance for a little putback. The rims, as you said in the first half, just unkind. Oh, good hands. And that's Drew Lonegro with a steal. But look at this, trapping defense at balls, like a pinball all over the place.
Yeah, you always kind of know when it's early season basketball, Brett, when you see some of the plays being drawn up and 2 guys going to the same area.
Look at that, though. How about Benke?
Back-to-back tries.
Jaden Benke, yes. He's got 11, including 3 triples. And look at this, Ricardo, a 6-point game. Wrightstown led by as many as 14 in the second half. Ooh.
Another empty possession
Boy,
for
strong
Wrightstown.
rebound, Ricardo. Austin Peterson, the 6'4 junior, ripping the ball down. And a nice spin move. Balky. Nope, they're going to get him with steps. Austin Balk, a little spin move. Called him for traveling before he could kick it out to the corner. So a turnover by Freedom. And it looks like Corey Hayes wants to talk things over.
Good timeout, Brett, because right now Freedom really kind of the instigator for everything. They really are playing sharp now. You said it, Brett. You know, Coach Myron expects that defense to kind of set up that offense. And that's exactly what we've seen.
3 timeouts remaining for the Tigers. Still 4 for the Irish. 2 fulls and a 30 for Wrightstown. Hey, by the way, this is the Coaches versus Cancer basketball game here. Coaches from each team tonight will be wearing tennis shoes to bring about awareness for cancer research, and the Wrightstown National Honor Society students will be holding their second annual Flyaway Cancer event to raise money for local families currently affected by cancer. Please join us, I guess, in congratulating Wrightstown for a worthy cause. And, of course, it's the nationwide Coaches versus Cancer program. We've seen that on, if you've been watching some of the college basketball games on TV. That program empowers coaches and teams and communities to take action against cancer by participating in awareness efforts, advocacy programs, easy for me to say, and fundraising activities. So good job by the folks here at Wrightstown. A great cause, obviously. Too many folks affected by that disease. Don't like it.
No. Not a fan of it either, my friend. Look at that defense being played a little too close.
Too aggressive. Drew Lonegro going to pick up his 3rd and a team 4th foul coming up.
Again, 41-35 lead for Wrightstown on your Verla Mattress scoreboard. We have 7:39 left in the second half. You're at Wrightstown. I'm Ricardo Argrell hanging out with Brett Christopherson and Jim Rosadick, all part of USA Today Network Wisconsin. Thank you for joining us. Three-pointer kicked out for Wrightstown, in and out.
Yeah, that was a good look by Jack Van Zeelen. Just can't get it to fall, and Freedom only 2 possessions down. Again, trailed by as many as 14 points here in the second half. Mashland.
Turnover.
Yep, another turnover. And now Hayes bringing it up for the Tigers.
And travel.
Nope, I think they're going to get
oh, they
a
did
foul.
call on a foul, okay.
It's going to be on Jaden Benke, his second.
Yeah, you're kind of waiting for the if you're Wrightstown, you're kind of waiting for that kind of the little run that kind of puts this one, I wouldn't say out of reach, but a little more breathing room, I guess.
How tough do you think to early season, Ricardo, when you're playing really your main rival? I mean, usually you get.
I don't like the scheduling like that. If that's what you're asking me, I'd like for this game to be played a little later because of, you know, when this is played. Are you really seeing them at their top form? You know what I'm saying? And I guess they have no say in it, obviously.
Right. You like to. I mean, in a perfect world, you like to see this maybe about 4 or 5 games in or something. You get some games under your belt. Only one game apiece for both teams. As Hayes short on that one, and he falls down. Mashland now bringing it up. Hayes tries to swat it away. Good job by Mashland to protect the basketball. But yeah, you have no control over the schedule, obviously.
I know Mashland has 3 fouls here. I'm kind of waiting for him to take over. I know that's a lot of pressure to put on a young man, but he is a playmaker, kind of waiting for him to get things open.
And I was just going to ask, when is Cruz going to check back into the game? And he's at the scorer's table now. He's going to come back for Wrightstown with 4 fouls with 6:13 to play, and I think this is a good move.
I think you need him out there.
Yeah, he's kind of the heart and soul of this team.
Again, Tyler Cruz, 5'11", senior guard.
Also, Joe Hella.
Again, Mashland up top.
Oh, nice little crossover pull-up. That's the thing when you're guarding Zach Mashland. You know, he's a good ball handler and he's got enough quickness, so you got to play off of him a little bit. You don't want to get burned on a dribble drive, and that creates enough space. Pull-up jumper, and that's good. Mashland now with 9.
8-0 run by Freedom, Brett.
Good trapping defense inside. And tough take off the glass. And that's going to go to Freedom. Yeah, that was swatted away. I think that's the right call. Jack Van Zeelen, I think, knocked it out for Wrightstown. So a 4-point game. 5:31 to play. And Wrightstown going to show off that full court pressure, maybe trying to get a turnover here.
Spark anything because, again, 8-0 run. At one time it was 41-29, Brett.
Here's the thing, though, with Tyler Cruz, the number 10 out there. Well, let's see. And, there's a turnover.
Wow.
Good defense. Number 4, Van Zeelen, taking on Zach Mashland. I was just going to say, though, with Tyler Cruz, number 10, he's got 4 fouls for Wrightstown. His game, though, was aggressiveness, so he's going to have to kind of throttle back a little bit because obviously you don't want him to fall out if you're a Wrightstown fan. Kind of maybe tough to tell a kid like that who plays all out all the time to kind of just take it easy a little bit.
Can you temper it down to 85% instead of 100?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's kind of tough to do.
We need you out there. Cruz thought about it.
Yeah, he did want that 3, Brett.
Ooh, almost.
There he is pushing. He's in trouble.
And there's Freedom's defense answering with another turnover. Boy, Freedom doing a good job trapping down in that baseline. Tough take. A reverse and a finish by Austin Peterson.
Brett, make that a 10-0 run.
2-point game with under 5 minutes to play. Didn't it feel like this one was just about over? Early in the second half. Remember, Wrightstown up 14 points. Again, good defense. Double team in the post. Cruz open from the wing.
Nice rebound.
Yeah, that's Hella with the board. Freedom's talking to the official. They're saying that they think that ball hit off of like one of the, like the stanchion or one of the things that
Yeah, I see what you're
extends
talking
off
about.
the backboard.
Yep. The metal, whatever that is. I see what you're saying. Good job. Rosie, can you get it? There you go. They're saying it hit that metal framework behind the basket, Brett. And you see a lot of folks upset.
Courts picks up the foul, so 16 fouls, and good job. I think that was that Austin Peterson knocking away? Boy, he's been very active, the 6'4 junior forward, both ends, really hustling, playing hard. And that's going to be Nemechek picks up the foul, Ricardo for Wrightstown, and now that's the 7th team foul, so bonus coming up for Jaden Benke.
Brett, this is quite the comeback by Freedom. A couple of free throws here, and this one's all tied up.
Benke 7 points in this half, and a chance here if he can knock down the second free throw to tie it up. And too strong on the second. 41-40, Wrightstown hanging on to a slim 1-point lead as we look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard. This is going to be a fun 4+ minutes here to play. And again, see that double team down in the baseline, and they're going to get a hold, and that's going to be the 7th team foul now against Freedom. So free throws coming the rest of the way.
Well, you know, Wrightstown needed something to break this streak. It's 11-0 run here by Freedom. Now it's about you got to convert on these free throws, Brendan. How many times when we do these basketball games we say, hey, how important are free throws? You're going to see it right here.
Andrew Lamers, a chance to knock down a pair. 1-on-1 coming up. First free throw attempt by Lamers. And nothing but net. Yeah, I love, you know me, we've done enough of these streams over the years, free throw shooting. I hold that, that's very important to me, and it's a pet peeve when I see teams toe the line and they just can't knock down free throws.
Is that because you have such good form on the free throw shots, Brett?
I think it's an easy shot. I mean, there's nobody guarding you. I mean, it's just you in the basket. It's only a 15-foot shot. You should be able to hit 80%. Is that too much to ask? 43-40, the lead for Wrightstown.
Well, it was for Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You're a professional basketball player. That's all you do. Get good at the line. How hard is it?
Lead back up to 3
Mashlin
points.
wide open. You can't leave Mashlin at the corner. He knocks it down, and look at this. We are tied up. He's got 12, 2 triples. And the defense coming through again for Freedom.
Oh, Mashlin got by his man.
Just
Can't
missed it
finish.
with the left. He definitely had the space to get through. Good feed. Hayes swatted away. No, they're going to get Peterson with the foul as Lamers is going to go to the line shooting a pair.
What a sequence of events, Brett, because Mashlin had his man beat off the dribble, couldn't finish with the layup, and Wrightstown takes it right back down and will be shooting free throws.
Lamers 4 of 6 from the line so far tonight. He's hit both of them here in the second half. Good form and nothing but net.
Brett, Freedom has never led in this game. They were down 6-0 early, so they've really worked hard to tie the game.
Lamers with 11 points so far. 7 coming in this half, trying to make it 12-8. Let's see if Lamers can knock down the second. And short on the second. Nice tap out, almost. Good attempt by Nemechek. But Freedom corrals the loose ball, down 1, 3:20 to play.
I say Mashlin's feeling it. I would give it back to him and let him play make.
Well, he's your senior leader. Again, he's going to create. Van Kalster, tough inside, just can't get it to fall. Rebound, Ben Peer. And down quickly, look at this. Fouled is Lamers. You see how quickly Ricardo Wrightstown got the ball down the floor. Quick outlet pass by Peer to Lamers, and he's going to the line shooting a pair.
A lot of fearlessness on Lamers going up for that bucket, Brett. Fouled. Again, not to harp on the point, you got to make the free throws here.
6 for 9 Lamers from the stripe so far tonight. And hits the second. Good job by the senior to knock down 2 big free throws. And a 3-point lead now for the Tigers. Under 3 minutes to play. Good game now. Now it's starting to feel that intensity dialing up a little bit.
Oh, Mashlin.
Yeah, it got a little out of control.
Yeah.
Look at this. Quickly down the floor. Look at that. Wow. Boy, you got to like Lamers, Ricardo. Excellent outlet pass, but he was on the run immediately after that rebound. And timeout freedom.
Yeah, I think Mashlin, I was asking, like he needs to be a playmaker. A little too much, Brett. He kind of bobbled it a little bit going in for that a layup attempt and lost control. Wrightstown, quickly up the court, Brett, almost laser fast, able to get that back up, and Lamers with that bucket.
Well, you see that style and how they're coached. Lamers, immediately that ball is missed, and then it's corralled. He's gone. He's taken it down the floor, and nobody there. He gets behind the defense, and a good, tough finish. Lamers having a big game and a big second half. Let me add it up. He's got 11 of his 15 points here in this half. Andrew Lamers, a 5'11 senior guard. Thanks to everybody checking us out online tonight, postpress.com, greenbaypressgazette.com, also on our Facebook pages. And looking forward to a whole bunch of good games. Again, we'll figure out next week's schedule. You can find out on @PCBrettsy. That's my Twitter handle. I'll let everybody know where we'll be at.
You are the schedule maker, my friend.
Hey, I thought we had a heck of that might have been one of our best football stream seasons. We hit a lot of the good teams, not only in our area, but statewide as well. I think we hit 15 different teams during the football season.
That's right, all up and down the valley.
I-41 this year. And Freedom now needing a big possession as Van Kalster going to try to take it. Wild shot, just can't get it to fall, and there's a rebound. Look at that. It's Nemechek again. And now if you're Wrightstown, now there's no need to push the tempo, right? We can work that clock. You are one foul away from shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way.
11 rebounds for Nemechek, Brett.
Playing his role very well tonight. And again, Wrightstown doing a good job just kind of playing a little keep away. You're up 5. There's no reason to shoot the ball. Minute 45 to go. You're going to take care of the basketball, make Freedom come out and follow you and try to win this game at the line. And Mashlin fouls Jack Van Zeelen. So that is the 10th team foul now for Freedom, and Jack Van Zeelen going to the stripe shooting a pair.
Wrightstown in the double bonus. Jack Van Zeelen shooting 2.
Good job by Van Zeelen to knock down a pair, and 7-point lead now for the Tigers, a 3-possession game with 1:30 to play. Van Kalster going to try to take it baseline off. Oh, blocking call. I thought the official was going to do that offensive charge call, but Van Kalster going to the line. Heck, we've seen a bunch of them already tonight.
Yeah, it would have been par for the course. It would have been a 7th on the game.
That's his 4.
Nemechek picks up his 4, so Van Kalster at the line. He's got 6 points all in this half, 2 for 2 from the stripe. 1:19 to play. Irish down 7. Van Kalster, a 6'6" sophomore, and saw a lot of good minutes last year. So imagine with his frame and his length what he's going to be like as a senior. He's a kid that's just going to continue to develop, and he's 4 for 4 from the line, and a timeout coming up for John Myron and the Irish.
I was a little surprised at that blocking call, Brett. It's been a rarity today.
Full timeout.
2 timeouts remaining for the Irish, a pair of 30-second timeouts, and Wrightstown still with 3, 2 fulls and a 30. And I'm guessing that Coach Myron Ricardo is going to try to set up that press to create some, maybe create some havoc from its defense and maybe get a quick turnover here.
You know, it's a 2-possession game. There's time here. But you know, to tell you the truth, this is a good situation for Freedom. You know, for both teams really. A good close game, Brett. These are the kind of games that pay off later in the season. Win or lose, my friend.
Well, again, Tigers coming off an 86-68 victory over Brillion. That was last Saturday, and Freedom a 59-51 victory over Valders this past Tuesday. Wrightstown has had the league's Offensive Player of the Year the past 2 seasons. Mason Hayes last year and Luke Hayes 2 years ago. Luke Hayes shared the honor with Little Chute's Noah Miller in that 2017-18 season. And, of course, Zach Hayes, NEC Player of the Year honors in 2016. And Freedom, by the way, Devin Baumgart, who has since graduated, NEC Defensive Player of the Year accolades the past 2 seasons. So Player of the Year stuff coming from both programs. Cruz has it, and he's going to get trapped, and it's a turnover.
Brett, just like you called it,
Mashlin gets it to fall.
Basket by Mashlin.
Good awareness and a quick shot by Mashlin. Wow. And Wrightstown wasting no time going down the floor.
This is exactly what you wanted, though. If you were a Freedom, you got the quick bucket. Now you got to see if these Tigers can hit those free throws, and if they don't, got to crash those boards, Brett. You got to be ready to. I mean, there's plenty of time, really, in the basketball sense. 1 minute and 3.
Austin Peterson picks up his 4th as Tyler Cruz confidently hits his first free throw attempt of the evening. And short on the second.
Whoa.
Van
So now,
Kelster
yeah,
gonna take it to the rack. Nope, kick out. Mashlin, is he going to take one? Nope. Kicks out to Van Kelster, corner 3, no good. Good rebound, offensive rebound. That's Peterson, and he's going to the line. 2-shot foul. No, they're going to call it a 2-shot. Doesn't matter. Well, check that. No, they're going to call 2-shot foul. That's the 9th team foul, so that still would have been a bonus situation.
And again, the long arms, Brett, really kind of Peterson, 6'4" junior forward.
And Tyler Cruz, Ricardo fouls out for Wrightstown, so he picks up his 5th right there, and he falls out with 9 points.
Those long arms of Peterson was able to corral that rebound off the front of the rim.
Yeah, Peterson very active again, both sides. 6'4" junior. He's got to have a bunch of free rebounds too.
I'm going to count them up here. 5. He's got 7, according to my count.
Yeah, it's a good day. He looks taller than 6'4". I think they're shortchanging him an inch. Peterson, and it just bounces, just doesn't fall.
That's excruciating if you're Peterson. 44.6 seconds left here in the second half. 4-point game.
Hits the second, and Freedom wants to take another timeout.
So now if you're Wrightstown, Brett, got to be a little more careful with the ball. Because now a steal, a 3-point attempt, you're all tied.
1 timeout remaining for Freedom. It's a 30. This is a 30-second timeout. Yeah, 3-point game as we look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard. Just 44.6 seconds to play. But the last time we saw some pressure from the Freedom defense led to a basket by Zach Mashlin, a quick turnover and a quick shot off that turnover. And you know Corey Hayes, as they set up their press break, also stressing ball security, right? Take care of the basketball, and we can win this thing at the line.
Sometimes that's easier said than done,
Yes.
Brett, especially when you have an athletic team
And
defending you.
absolutely.
Whoa, nice trap there, and Wrightstown forced
Yep.
to take the timeout.
Wrightstown had 3 to use, so a smart timeout by Jack Van Zeelen.
Now this is, it's early in the season, Brett, so you always kind of work on these situations in practice, but this early in the season you haven't worked on them enough sometimes,
Usually takes those press breaks a little time to get working. The defense ahead of the offense this stage of the game.
So 40.7 seconds left, 51-48 lead for Wrightstown. Hometown Tigers trying to hold on to this win.
Up next for Wrightstown, they're at O'Connell Falls this coming Thursday. And Freedom will be home against Wapaka. Again, Thursday night game. Tip times for both, 7 p.m. Haven't had a chance to look on Twitter and see what some of the scores are like tonight on the boys and girls side. Seeing what else is going on in the Northeastern tonight. We've got Little Chute at Clintonville, O'Connell Falls at Denmark, Wapaka at Marinette, and then Fox Valley Lutheran taking on Lakeside Lutheran. That's a non-conference game. An interesting early season matchup. He's got him, yep.
Beautiful, beautiful play, Brett. Oh, a little too far, but
good save, though, by
Van
Nemechek.
Zeelen.
But Nemechek just to bounce it to Van Zeelen for the save. I thought that was going to sail out of bounds.
I mean, it looked good. It was a smart play. The Tigers now need to hit these free throws again. Jack Van Zeelen, the junior guard.
So Van Kelster has 4 fouls for Freedom as Van Zeelen at the line, and the first one bounces out.
Does that just eat at you, Brett?
Well, of course, easier said than done, too, when your legs are tired. But I think, for the most part, both teams have done pretty well at the line.
Well, that was a big one
Yeah.
for Van Zeelen.
2-possession game. Mashlin, boy. Just about lost it there. Going to take a left hand, up right hand. Good
How did he
move
get
and
that
great
up?
finish.
How did he get that up?
And that'll be the final timeout now coming for Freedom.
Beautiful. Brett, he was between 3 defenders. 21.6
Boy, heck
seconds
of a-
left. You talk about the athleticism of Mashlin.
Heck of a move, yeah. He's got 16 points, 9 in this half. Couple triples in each half. That was his biggest bucket of the night right there to slice through. I didn't think there was any way he was going to be able to get through, let alone finish. But strong move by the senior guard. Good size from your point guard, too, 6'3". So here's the situation, Ricardo. 21.6 seconds to go. No timeouts remaining now for Freedom. Wrightstown still has 2, a full and a 30. And again, here comes that full court pressure by the Irish, hoping to create another turnover.
Yeah, and now it's fouling time, and again, Brett, the free throw is critical here. But all it takes is one miss. One miss and a possession and a three-point attempt, and we're possibly going into overtime. So this is where the free throws, again, not to belabor the point, very, very critical. As Van Zeelen now made 1 of 2 earlier. Oh, Brett, we were just talking about this.
3 of 5 now this half for Jack Van Zeelen. He's got 5, needs a big one here. Strong on both. Ooh, tapped away and saved.
Wow.
What a big time rebound by the Tigers.
Oh, Freedom. If you're the Irish, you feel sick to your stomach. You got what you needed. Both missed free throws, Brett, but that rebound.
Well, it was a tap out.
Yeah, it was tap out. It kind of went out.
So Van Kelster falls out for Freedom. I didn't see who had
I think it was Lamers who got the rebound, Brett.
and tapped it away.
No, he got the rebound.
Oh,
I
was
believe.
Nemechek the one who maybe tapped it out?
Might
I didn't
have been.
see. I'll have to
Wow.
go back and check it out. But that's a good Kind of like that Virginia type stuff, right? Tap it out and save it. And that was a huge offensive board for.
Well, Hayes now, some critical free throws. Let's see if he can put one down at least, minimum. And
wow.
No. Oh, man.
Well, that's going to open the door.
Yeah,
keep the door open.
3 consecutive missed free throws by Wrightstown. Now, Freedom, you got to get this rebound down if he doesn't make it, but he does. Here's Mashlin. Time's winding down. You need a three-pointer. He puts it up.
Tough. Rims out. Nope. Rebound. Oh, good
beautiful
job.
Great play.
Yep. I think that was that number 12? Was that Ben Peer? Gets the defensive rebound and just clears it. Come on, almost like a hockey move, just clearing the puck, just getting it down as the time was winding out.
That's an underrated move, but he was smart enough to pick it up in that little scrum that was in the paint.
That's pretty good defense on Mashlin, too. Forced up a tough shot. But what a way to end this one.
Well, Brett, I was expecting a close game. We got one. I didn't think it was there when Wrightstown had a 14-point lead. But credit Freedom to bounce back. If you don't mind me talking about teams.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, I'll add up the
first off, for Freedom, now look. We can both agree this Freedom team, this isn't the Freedom team you're going to see in February or March. A little bit of a slow start in the first half. You saw more of what they do well in the second half, Brett. And I really like a lot of the things that they do. I think they have a lot of good young players. I like the Van Calster kid. I think Mashlin is one of the top players in the area in terms of athleticism. So that's a team, especially with the great coaching staff that Myron has. They're going to be ready to go, and they're going to this second round, the second time they meet, it's going to be another barn burner when you get over to Freedom. For Wrightstown, hey, some smart plays down the stretch, Brett, especially when they miss some of those free throws. That offensive play by Peer is going to, not really good to be seen in the box score. Might have been one of the biggest plays of the game. And they did just enough to hold on and gut this win out against their arch rival Freedom. I really like Wrightstown, and you can see why these two teams are ranked in the top 10, Brett. Good performances by both teams. Can't wait for round 2 later in Freedom.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
And Drew Lamers with 15 points. Tyler Cruz added 9.
Well, I suppose you got to get down, talk to these guys, or what's?
Oh no, I'm just grabbing the box. I'm not going to be. I got way too much stuff to work on. But if I do get a chance, I guess I will talk to Coach Hayes if I get a shot. Entertaining game though. I'm really excited about starting this basketball season, Brett. Hopefully we'll find out who you guys are covering next week. Maybe I'll be tuning in again from sunny San Diego.
Yes, Ricardo. You know what? I feel like shoveling snow. Okay, so be quiet.
No, you don't.
Well, that was fun, and fun to get our first. It takes everybody a little time to kind of get in the flow of things. So it's good to get to our first basketball live stream.
Well, I'm going to go down and get that
books.
box score, so for sure. Maybe I will talk to some people. But thank you so much, Brett.
Yeah.
We'll see you two back in the office. I don't know if you guys are heading back there.
We are.
All right, we'll see you back there.
Yeah, so it gives me the chance to run down the scoring. First for the victorious Tigers, DeClean with 2, Jack Van Zeelen with 5, Cruz with 9, Peer with 2, Andrew Lamers with a team-high 15, Hansen with 7, Nemechek with 4, Hayes with 6, and Hella with 3 for the Irish. Balk with 4, Marty Vosters with 2, Peterson with 5, Mashlin a game-high 16 points. Van Kelster finishes with 8, Benke with 12, and Rupiper with 3. With the victory, the Tigers improve to 2-0 on the season, 1-0 now in Northeastern Conference play. Freedom falls to 1-1 overall and 0-1 in the NEC. Up next again for Wrightstown, they're at O'Connell Falls on Thursday. That's an NEC matchup. Tip time is scheduled for 7 p.m. As for the Irish, they're home against Wapaka. That too will be a Thursday game, also a conference matchup, and also the same tip time, 7 p.m. Not sure exactly where we're going to be. We'll be somewhere, Rosie. And it's going to just be me and you, and that's going to put a lot of burden on us doing a 2. Yes, Ricardo, get out of here. He's talking about being in San Diego. We heard you loud and clear, but that's going to put some little early season pressure on us. The nice thing about doing those football games late in the season, we're so a finely tuned machine at that point So it's going to take a little something to keep up the scoreboard and the scorebook, but that's okay. We have fun doing it. But we appreciate everybody watching live online. Again, follow me on Twitter at PCBrettsy, and I'll make sure to tweet out where we'll be next. And I'm thinking it could be a Tuesday night game, so we'll talk about that when we get back to the office and see some of our matchups. But should be fun, and looking forward to a fun slate of basketball games. Hey, and once again, thanks to our sponsor, Verlo Mattress Factory of Appleton, Green Bay, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, and Sturgeon Bay. Be sure to stop in today for their fall mattress clearance sale. For Ricardo, for Rosie, and the crew with USA Today Network Wisconsin, I'm Brett Christopherson, signing off from Wrightstown High School here in Wrightstown, Wisconsin, where once again the final score tonight, the Tigers take down the Irish 53-50. Thanks for watching, everybody.